Hello and welcome to Sim Racing VR. So, I have recently bought Assetto Corsa on PC, and when I say recently, I mean literally a couple of hours before making this video. I just wanted to try out sort of a different sim racer that also supports VR. If you've watched any of my videos before, I've played quite a lot of Project Cars 2 in VR, and I really enjoy it. I'm not good by any means, but it's good fun. I like it. But yeah, I've not played Assetto Corsa ever, really, to be honest. This is my first experience with the game, um, let alone playing in VR. But yeah, today I just wanted to compare the two, and yeah, see where we're at. So, as you can see, we're in the race in both games now. I am using the BMW 1M Coupe, driving around the Laguna Seca in both games. And one thing I did not realise about Assetto Corsa is it does not have sort of, I suppose you could say, like a blanket transmission option. So with, say, Project Cars 2 or yeah, something like Project Cars 2, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, to be honest. But yeah, with Project Cars 2, if I set manual with clutch, I can use my H pattern in any vehicle in the game, regardless of actual transmission. But with Assetto Corsa, you have to use the input which is predetermined by the vehicle you're driving. So I have tried, since making, since recording these videos, sorry, I have tried the E92 M3 BMW, which is a DCT automatic with paddle shifters, and I cannot use my H pattern shifter with that car. I have to use paddle shifters on my Logitech G920, which is of course what I'm using for both of these games. So that's just a side note. I did not know that going into the game, and it took a long Google search to figure that out. I tried everything prior to that, like setting controls and checking that it was actually detected in G-Hub and all that, and it was working perfectly fine. So yeah, that's just something to note if you do plan on playing this game. You have to use a predetermined transmission via the vehicle you're driving, not not setting the settings menu. But moving on from that, some differences I have noticed from Project Cars 2 and Assetto Corsa is Assetto Corsa, in my opinion, it just feels a bit more, I suppose arcadey would be the word. It's yeah, it feels very slidey compared to Project Cars 2. It feels very understeery. Yeah, even though I'm in exactly the same vehicle, and the tunes are virtually identical, they are both the just default setup tunes in the game that the car comes with, to try and make it as fair as possible. They're both in the dry, both very similar track conditions, but yeah, Assetto Corsa just seems way more slidey. Seems to be way less grip. I can't go into corners with the same sort of aggression or the same sort of speed. I'm not sure if I am actually going into corners faster on Project Cars 2, or if the game just has a better sense of speed. I definitely feel like it's faster on Project Cars 2. I feel like Assetto Corsa just feels a bit flat. It feels there's not really much speed feedback. You don't really get a sense of the speed in Assetto Corsa. One thing I have also noticed as well, which took me a couple of laps to sort of realise, was braking also doesn't feel as strong in Assetto Corsa. I, for the first couple of laps, was using the same brake points, the same driving style as Project Cars 2, but I just feel like I wasn't slowing down as quickly, so I had to adjust my braking points on Assetto Corsa, and I found myself braking a lot earlier to enter a corner at the exact same speed as I was on Project Cars 2. So I think overall Project Cars 2 just feels like a more stable game. You can sort of, with Project Cars 2, if you turn the wheel at any speed, any corner, the car will go in that direction. As where, like I say, with Assetto Corsa, it just feels slidey. It feels more arcadey, in my opinion. So yeah. Both games, I'm using same assists, so I've got traction control in both games set to sort of a halfway point. Same thing with stability control, and ABS is on both games. So they are very similarly set up. Yeah, I can't imagine why Assetto Corsa would feel as slidey as it does. I suppose it is an old game, that could be just showing through. Project Cars 2 is a much newer game, much better engine. I think that's just showing through in Assetto Corsa. I am intrigued to play the most recent Assetto Corsa. I believe it's called Competizione. I could be wrong on that, but I'm intrigued to see what updates have been made between between Assetto Corsa number 1 and the second one. I think overall they're both good racing sims. I personally will carry on playing Project Cars 2. Like I said before, I feel like it's a better experience. It just feels more dialed in, and again, I think that's just it being a newer game. Yeah, it just feels more focused. You can do a lot more with the game. The braking feels more responsive. The throttle feels more responsive. I just prefer everything. I think I also found it quite a lot harder to get good downshifts in Assetto Corsa, so I feel like I was struggling to heel and toe a little bit. I'm not sure if that's because of the game, or I think it was just because I was just trying to focus so much because I'm not used to the game. I think with some experience I could probably... I'm not sure. Could I match my times on Assetto Corsa and Project Cars 2? I'm not fast in either, let's be honest, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to, I think, play around with Assetto Corsa more. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is my first actual time playing the game, so it could be to do with that. I'm just not used to the physics or used to the braking points, which, as I said before, are different to in Project Cars 2. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. But like I say, I am going to still primarily play Project Cars 2, but yeah, I think I'll have a bit of a mess around on Assetto Corsa. See how we can do. But on the subject of Project Cars 2, I will have another Nürburgring update video coming either the same day as this video or the day after. I intend to film it on the same day, so whether I upload it, edit and upload it today or the day after, I'm not entirely sure, but that will be coming. Just heading into the pits now on Project Cars 2. Assetto Corsa I'm still going. I think at this point on Assetto Corsa, when I hit that wall, I was just... I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to think about the brake point and just completely missed it. So as you can see here, I put my best times up on the screen. This is my last lap on Assetto Corsa. Yeah, I didn't really feel like carrying on with it, to be honest. After that, yeah, I sort of wanted to go back to Project Cars 2 and film my Nürburgring video, but yeah, as you could see there with the on-screen times, I was almost 10 seconds faster on Project Cars 2. And I know that 139.9 is not fast by any stretch, but 10 seconds is a massive difference, especially on a track like this where the fastest time was a 139. 10 seconds on top of that is a massive, massive difference. Um, but yeah, like I say, gonna carry on with Project Cars 2. I'll have my Nürburgring video up very soon. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.